Hi, Maria here, and welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're not new, thank you so much for always watching. I so much appreciate you guys. Today I am doing this look, obviously, and I'm using the Kat Von D Innerstellar Palette. I've had this palette for quite a while, and I haven't used it very much because the shadows are very cool toned, and to be honest, I didn't quite know what to do with it. I'd used it a few times. And this time what I did was I just thought, okay, I want to use all kind of the taupey shades, like this one, this one, this one, this one, and see if I can get kind of a monochromatic effect, see what I could do. So it was a total experiment, and I am so happy with the way that it turned out. I think that it looks, yes, quite sophisticated, if I do say so myself. And I do say so. I've discovered a new look for myself. Woohoo! And I think that that's part of the fun of makeup, is taking something and going, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give it a try, and if it doesn't work, I'll wash it off. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? It's not like it's gonna stay there forever. So it's kind of fun to be able to experiment, and if you want to see what this experiment, or how I got achieved this experimental look, please keep watching. We'll get started right now. I already primed my face and put on foundation, and I used the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer and then Too Faced Born This Way in Porcelain. And I've got a ton of videos that show, I'll link one of the ones where I put on my foundation, but just for time's sake, I thought I would just do it. And now I'm going to go in with the Pixie Corrector in Brightening Peach. I've got really, like, I'm not feeling the greatest, I think. So I've got a bit of dark circlage around my eyes. So I'm just gonna dot this on with this little concealer brush, and I'm putting it on kind of messy, and I'm just putting it kind of where the blue is. Now this isn't going to completely hide the blue, or like the dark circles, but it will definitely improve them. And then I just go in with a damp beauty blender. You can just tap it in with your finger as well, but I just find that this is easier for me, so that's what I do. Now I'm going to go in with my Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles treatment. Something like that. Anyway, it's just, I just use it as my concealer just to brighten. And what I like about this particular concealer is that it's even thinner than the Maybelline Fit Me. So I just find that it does a nice job of brightening, but it, you know, it's not thick and cakey. Not that Fit Me is either, but I don't know. This is just a nice different option. Now I'm going to go in with my Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to dust that kind of, especially in the areas that I put concealer on. The thing that's great about a loose powder is that, especially I find if I put on a decent loose powder like the Mercier, I don't get any, my foundation doesn't break up in here or on the chin, wherever you get oily, like here, here, and here. A lot of times, if I didn't use a really good powder, this part will break up a lot, like the foundation will start to kind of separate. So with this powder, I find, like, whenever you powder your face and kind of set the foundation, chances are it will last a lot longer. You won't get that breakup, and it won't look quite as much like makeup, even though you've got more on. I hope that makes sense. Still looks like makeup, what am I kidding? I'm gonna bring you in closer and we'll get started on my eyes. The first thing I'm gonna do is prime my eyes using the NYX HD Shadow Base. Seriously, this is my favorite base. It's the one I keep going back to. And today I'm going to be using the Innerstellar Palette by Kat Von D. And so I'm going to just go into this light shade right here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid just to set that powder. Now the first color I'm going to go into is this one right here. I'm just applying this in the crease, going right to the edge. And then I'm going to extend this down right onto the lid. Now I'm going to use the exact same brush and I'm going to go into this shade here. It's just a little bit darker and I'm just going to do it down a little bit further. And what this does is it just starts to give us a really diffused look, and that's what I want for this look. I'm putting this a little bit lower, and then I don't have any additional product on my brush, and I'm just going to brush it all over my lid. Now I'm going to use a smaller fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this deeper taupe. So essentially I've used this one, then I'm using that one, and now I'm going into this one. So we're just slowly darkening it up. And this is going to go a little lower, more into the deeper part of my crease. This time I'm not going to go fully on my lid, I'm just going to go partially. Actually, I'm going to just take it all over. Now I'm going to go in with this M200 Morphe brush that I love for fluffing up my shadows. And I'm just going to blend those all together. Now I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush into this kind of purpley, I don't know what it's called. What is it called? Dark Star. So this one's more, I don't know. I don't even know what color you'd call this. That one's a little bit more powdery in the pan, so I'm just going to go in light. And I'm just going to just do this on the very edge. Kind of smoke that out a little bit. Then I'm gonna again take that fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all. I want it to look super seamless. I'm gonna take a flat concealer brush and I'm going to go into this color here. It is called Lunacy. And just place that on the middle of the lid just to give it a bit of a pop. Now this time, before I do my lower lash line with shadow, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Scandaleyes. I'm going to tight line, and then I'm going to do the lower waterline, and then I'm going to smudge this in to the corner of my eye a bit, and then kind of use a little smudger sponge to kind of mess it up. Okay, so now that I've got it like that, I'm going to just kind of go into the lash line here on the bottom and the top. Just kind of really smudge that in. And then I'm going to take any little sponge tip applicator thing will do. I'm going to just pull my skin, or pull this tight, and just kind of smudge it out. And then I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to kind of wing that up. I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to do it kind of in the crease a little bit, which seems crazy, like that looks like a mess. And then take my smudger and just kind of smudge it out just to make that darker. And then kind of do a C. So I'm taking it from the lower lash line and then just extending it into the crease. That gets it really smoky looking. And then we'll go in with shadows in a second and kind of touch it up. Okay, to set the black in my waterline, I'm going to use the black from this palette and just go in with an angled brush like this. And then I'm just going to tap it into the waterline. So if you use the black shadow and just kind of tap it into your waterline, it just keeps your shadows looking, it keeps the eyeliner in place, hopefully for longer. My eyes are super watery, so when I do that, it seems to make a difference. It's like you're setting your eyeliner in place, and then it doesn't tend to move around as much or fade. Now I'm going to use the same little angled brush, and I'm going to go into this Dark Star color, and I'm going to apply this right at the lash line here. I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush, And I'm just gonna kind of blend the dark star on that eyeliner that I put up into the crease, and then just extend it down, again kind of doing a C shape. Then I'm just basically gonna repeat the shadows that I did on top, like the taupe colors, down below and just really blow that out. So we're gonna go into the lightest color first. And the way you wanna do it is you wanna have your lightest color the widest down here. Basically what I'm using as my guide for how far to go down with my shadow is your eye naturally curves in underneath. So this whole entire section I'm using, like I'm filling in with eyeshadow. Then I'm gonna go into this color and just do closer to the lash line. And then I'm going to use this brush again and go into this darkest shade and just put that closest to my lashes, kind of all the way up to where that dark star is. I'm just gonna use this big fluffy brush and just blend that out. And the final step is to go in with this light color and just put that on my brow bone. Oh, that's not the final step. There's one more step. I'm gonna use this teeny weeny brush and I'm going to go into this pink shade just to do my inner tear duct area. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom you out and I'm going to do my mascara and put on the lashes and all that stuff. Now I'm gonna go in with Better Than Sex mascara and put it on the bottom lashes. Now I'm gonna go in with Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And I just put this on the back of my hand, like that. Oh, hold it, like there, it's red there, yeah. And then I close it up right away just because that way the product stays soft, because it can dry out pretty fast. Now, because this is a more cool tone look that I'm going for, I'm going to actually contour with the Innerstellar Palette using that top taupey shade. And because I'm so cool, like I'm so pale, this is gonna work as a contour. I actually love this shade as a contour. I'm actually gonna kind of treat it like a bronzer almost. Ooh. Something new. And then before I go in with my blush, I'm going to use this Lancome Eclait Miracle. And you just shake it up and it's just, I've used it I think once before. Whoa, it's really liquidy and I just put it on the back of my hand. You could use it to make your foundation more luminescent, like put that in your foundation. But I just put it on the back of my hand and use a stipple brush. And I kind of get the product and then just kind of dab it off. And then I'm gonna go in with it as a highlighter. Okay, I don't know why I'm not really liking that, so we might do something different for a highlighter, or it's just skip it all together. I'm gonna put some on the tip of my nose though. The usual places. For my blush, I'm gonna use M.A.C Cubic. I'm gonna actually use M.A.C Stone, and then I'm gonna use this little Sephora one. I have no idea what color it is. It's all worn off. But they don't make it anymore, and that makes me really sad. I don't think they do anyway. It says 871C, and it was one of their nano liners. I just love the color. I'm gonna go in with Bite Beauty Lip Cream in Cava. Seriously, there is no better feeling than putting on a Bite lip cream. Like, I just have to take a moment and enjoy. Like, really enjoy. I love these things. They're amazing. Too bad they're so blinking expensive. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is fluff up my hair and then I'll be right back. So this is the final look. Those are the eyes. This is the face. I always do that. I like, you know, it's not like you don't know that these are the eyes, especially when I do this weird business, but it's me. It is what it is. So I love the way this turned out. I like the coolness of it. I think it works with my complexion. I like the way it looks with the eyes. It's kind of dramatic, but still wearable in the day as far as I'm concerned. But let's face it, I wear pretty much anything. So yeah, but I'm excited. I found a new look. Woohoo! So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends. The more the merrier, and have an awesome week. We'll talk to you soon.